Hello, everyone. I was thinking about a couple of things, and a couple of those things were those two things. Those two things were love and connection. And I was thinking about how much we need connection. I was also taking a look at Bell Hooks' New Visions, all about love. New Visions by Bell Hooks. It's a national bestseller. You can see the All About Love, New Visions books. So I was reading this and I was thinking about her work on love. And it says, although we can live in close contact with neighbors, masses of people in our society feel alienated, cut off, alone. Isolation and loneliness are central causes of depression and despair. Yet they are the outcome of a life in a culture where things matter more than people, or even sometimes where how we look, or some people are taught that not only are things more important than people, but that how we look or how we appear to others. It's kind of like keeping up with the Joneses kind of mindset, and or keeping up with the neighbors kind of mindset. And so what we want to have people matter more than things. And this is something that I tell my students and my loved ones and my friends, is that they matter more to me than anything. I've had experiences where someone has dropped something or broken something, and I'm always like, people are more important than things. It doesn't matter. It's not that important. And so people are the most important thing. So the question becomes, what do we value and how come we value things? What is it that I value most and how come I value those things? She goes on page 106, that was from page 105. She goes on page 106 to say that Donatello Meadows describes the significance of a visionary standpoint. A vision articulates a future that someone deeply wants, and does it so clearly and compellingly that it summons up the energy, agreement, sympathy, political will, creativity, resources, or whatever to make that vision happen. So our nation's active participation in global warfare calls into question its commitment to democracy, both here at home and abroad. And so my curiosity is what she's talking about with her All About Love, New Visions, is, what is our vision? And can we carry that vision? Can we bring that vision to life? And so as I was thinking about this, I was thinking about, what is it that I value? How do I engage in what it is that I most value? How do I let the people, the places, and the things, the experiences know how much I value them, how much I love them? And then where are the places where I'm kind of challenged, or where I am not so quick to share my love, or to show my love, or to give warmth? Because one of the things that we've discovered that, where we're isolating is where we're really running into some of our real failures, that we really are failing our elders, and we're failing our youth, and we're failing the people in between, and that we're not really connected. We're not really connecting. And so how can we connect, and how can we create more love in the world, and a surplus of love and connection in the world? Because really, that is what's going to heal us. That is what's going to heal our own lives, our own hearts. But it will also it will heal many things, including the violence that we have internally against ourselves, and the violence that is perpetrated against others can really be healed by connection, and by a vision of connection, as she's speaking about in her book, All About Love, New Visions by Bell Hooks. And so I would ask you, what is my new vision? If I could have a vision of love, one of the things that we often will see is, we'll often see that we have kind of become afraid of love, or afraid of people, or afraid of anything that we don't know. And one of the things I notice that, gosh, there's a lot of people in my block I don't know. There's a lot of people in my neighborhood that I don't know. There's a lot, and what do they say? They say that a friend is someone is a stranger I haven't met yet, right? So being able to be open, how do we maintain our openness, and how do we become safe people in order to really um, allow that connection and that validation and that acknowledgement of other human beings, and of the fact that we're in this together. We're all human beings and we're in this together and we're all doing our best. But how do we create more love in a world that's really, struggling right now for connection and for creation, for creativity? So how do we make those invitations to others, and really recognize what it is that we value? One of the things that I've been working on is I've been working on my memoir a lot, and so much right now. But one of the things that it has is it has some of the poetry that I've written, and this is one of the poems that will go into the memoir. But I wanted to share it with you because the order of things. One of the things that my Hunka mom, Barbara Means Adams, talks about is she taught me about the order of things, and that in the order of things, the creator is at the top, right? And then we have, the sun, and then we have the moon, and then we have the soul, and then we have the human being. And so there's like this kind of natural progression. And one of the issues she said is human beings think that they're at the top, like they have it reversed, instead of putting the creator at the top, or the mystery, or the divine, the great spirit at the top. They have put the human being at the top. And so it's almost as though there isn't anyone to connect with, including someone greater than the self, including someone who can care for, protect, love, cherish, make a place for, care about the human being. And so that's the creator's job. The creator can do that. And human beings, I mean, we're creative, but we're definitely not the creator. So how do we want to connect with that divinity around us, and recognize that there is an order to things? And in the order of things, the sun is actually considered to be above the human being in the Makaha Oglala Lakotasu way. And so I've been writing about the order of things, and this is one of the poems from that. The sun, the order of things. The ones I knew, but had to find. It took some time, I wonder if you care about the rays, how it feeds you, nourishes you. There is very little its radiance does not touch. From pyramids to Mecca, across the silky dunes, myriad faces upturned to gather touch. I watch the warmth, ease, and lightning capture. Now we worship useless things. Still, somewhere, we rise early, walk out. Sometimes we lean our cheek against the sun. Resting here in splendid generosity, what are we giving back now? The power to generate is caring for us. We commend nothing but our guided infinite miracles in every sunrise. Can you count them one by one? Fill the prayers in your hands and raise them up to the sun. Fill the prayers in your hands, raise them up to the sun. And so, we can think about our values, and our values can be our prayer, or our intentions can be our prayer. But can we begin to value one another? Can we begin to value all of these beings that are caring for us and taking care of us and loving us and protecting us and cherishing us, like the sun, like the moon, like the earth itself? Have a really beautiful week, and I will see you next Thursday.